Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy WorldLovesKay, and today we're reacting to another video, man. So I'm not gonna waste y'all time. So let's get right into it. Come on, let's do it, man.
People around David, companies, they're all rushing to denounce David. And some of these people are complicit in what David did, including his own family, who's now calling for him to get the death penalty. I'm so proud of the Justice for Celeste coalition because y'all been putting so much pressure on anyone who is ever associated with David.
What? His own family's calling? His own family wants him to die? Hold on.
People are complicit in what David did, including his own family, who's now calling for him to get the death penalty. I'm so proud of the Justice for Celeste coalition because y'all been putting so much pressure on anyone who is ever associated with David ever. Y'all been putting so much pressure on him that you got an actress from David's One More Dance video who essentially has nothing to do with anything. Like, she did a music video with David at some point. They follow each other on Instagram. That's it. She was getting heat for even being in that music video. And she had to take to her social media to put out this like 2-minute video denouncing David in all forms.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassidy Clark. I was in the Here With Me music video when I was 18 years old, and I'm gonna talk about it. I submitted for the job via casting networks and I got casted. It was a 12-hour shoot, very low pay, non-union job.
Why are you explaining
I met
this?
David's whole family. His whole family was there because he was a minor at the time. I was 18, he was 17, and when you're a minor working on set, you have to have your guardian, one guardian present, but his whole family was there. I met his younger sister, who is probably now around the same age as Celeste would be, and he has a younger brother as well. During the shoot, I played his girlfriend, and that was that. We followed each other on Instagram just for the sake of, oh, you shot with me for 12 hours. We might as well follow each other on Instagram. We honestly didn't really get along that well. I would say I'm pretty outgoing, and we just really didn't click. If anything, I felt like I was kind of bickering with him. But that's besides the point. The reason why I'm making this video is because I've gotten quite a few messages of people asking me if I have anything to do with this, if I know what's going on, and I just wanted to put an end to it. I do not associate with David by any means. I'm an actor. I literally have nothing to do with him. I did it for a job. I did it for a check. I didn't know who David was. I don't follow him on Instagram anymore. I'm going to remove him as a follower. And I think that he deserves even more than what's happening to him right now. He's a monster, and I do not associate with him by any means. I'm not making this video to make this about me. I'm making this video to put an end to my...
What did he do for the industry to throw him out like that? You know what I mean? Like, what did he do? He must have done something, or he wasn't playing along, or maybe his dumb ass just got caught. Cause you know how this shit gets, bro. I'm not gonna say too much, like I said in the last video. If y'all ain't watched that, y'all might as well. Like, I'm just saying, but come on, man. Like, what did he do for dumb boys to be like, fuck you? Like,
association with David, like I said, I've been getting countless amount of messages, comments, stuff like that. I know this video is going to get the same thing, but at least I'm saying I don't associate with David, and all justice to Celeste Rivas and her family. I don't associate with David by any means. David Burke, I don't associate with you. And
I genuinely don't know how much of this is genuine concern and desire to let the world know she has no affiliation with David and what he did to Celeste,
she cares, bro.
or just clout chasing, main character syndrome. I don't know, because she could genuinely be concerned. People could be hitting her up, or this could just be her trying to make herself the center of attention.
Crazy.
I can't call it, because obviously, right, like if she was just somebody who was in a music video, you know, a couple of years ago when David was 17, then obviously, right, she has nothing to do with this Celeste situation. And anybody who thinks she does is just stupid. It's crazy.
Why this nigga beard?
But I don't know too many people who is hitting you up, leaving you hate messages over a music video you was in a couple of years ago, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe there are people out there like this. I misspoke. That's not the actress from the One More Dance video. That's just an actress from another music video that David did a while ago. But the actress from the One More Dance video actually spoke out against David, and she took to her Instagram story. Now, in the One More Dance video, David used an actress that essentially looked like Celeste or had the same profile as Celeste with the curly hair, lighter skin tone. And a lot of people believe
Especially
that this actress was playing Celeste in David's sick little, like a music video. And she wrote, "I'm so disgusted and saddened about the evil done to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was the age I was when I was also groomed by a musician. I hate that I was used in that disgusting man's little sick game. I hate everyone, especially Interscope." Speaking of Interscope, they've done literally everything in their power to distance themselves from David since he's been arrested. They scrubbed any trace of David from their website. He's no longer there. He's not on their artist page. Now, it's unclear if David is now independent, if they have allowed him out of his deal, or if they just no longer want to associate with David, right? Because like these record labels will play this PR game. Like they would like take you from their website. They would take you off their pages. They would no longer promote you, but they won't let you out your contract, right? Like you are too toxic and too horrible to be included, like with them in public, but they don't mind profiting off of you now.
Facts.
Right? Like David is a despicable, evil human being that they don't want associated with their brand, but he's not evil and despicable enough to where they don't want to profit from him. So they're still collecting checks from David's songs and streams, because especially with everything going on right now, his streams are spiking. So they're enjoying the residual money and checks from there, but they want to do this performative PR thing and take him down from their website. No, bro, release him, drop him, stop. Like, don't feed into him at all. Drop him from that deal, and that's when I would know Interscope is serious, man. Release him. But if he's just taken down from the site, but yet you guys are still like in charge of his infrastructure and managing his brand and his business and everything that comes with it, then y'all are probably just as complicit as well, right? In helping this dude like maintain influence. The Justice for Celeste Coalition understands this, and they understand, that Interscope is still profiting from David's streams. David is still profiting from his streams. So they're now starting a petition to tell Spotify and other streaming platforms to remove David's music from their platform.
You guys don't understand. You guys are literally doing God's work. I'm loving this. Bro, what? You guys are literally doing God's work. Thank you for actually caring and going to the max, because y'all know how a lot of this shit gets just swept under the rug. So I'm loving how y'all really like putting action towards this shit, not just talking and tweeting about this shit, but actually really like working, actually trying to make a change, bro. Maybe the world's waking up. Maybe the world's really waking up.
Due to his conduct. Now, we've seen something very similar. Like, remember when Spotify announced they were like removing XXX Tentacion's catalog from their platform, and then Kendrick Lamar and other people had to step in and say this is not right. But I feel like with X was going through like a legal case to where X apparently beat up his girlfriend, but he was innocent until proven guilty. In this case, I feel like we have enough.
He did.
We have enough to say David is guilty. Take down his music, right? Get rid of him, right? He shouldn't be allowed to make money off of his streams, bro. Take him down. Nobody should be listening to David. He's a freaking sicko. So the petition states, as advocates against violence and abuse in the music industry, we at Industry Hackout are calling on music streaming platforms and industry stakeholders to remove all music by the artist David from their catalogs. David, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke, has been charged with first-degree murder with special circumstances, etc., etc., etc. They went through the facts of the case. They also said right here, Celeste's case is not isolated. It is part of a devastating global pattern of femicide, the targeted killing of women and girls by men who sought to control them, silence them, or eliminate the consequences of their own predatory behavior. Prosecutors allege David abused Celeste for over a year, beginning when she was 13, then killed her specifically to protect his career. That is femicide. That is what it looks like when a girl's life is treated as a threat to be neutralized. She was a child and she deserved protection from the very industry that gave this artist a platform a label deal, and a global visibility.
That's not gonna last
The
long.
music industry has a responsibility that goes beyond commerce.
Facts.
When an artist has been charged with the abuse and murder of a minor, a child who was drawn into his orbit through his music and public persona, continuing to stream, promote, and profit from his catalog is a choice. It is not a neutral one.
I just thought of this, like, they literally see these artists as like slaves. Like, they see them as literally nothing. They don't see them as anything. They don't see them as like bro. Like, they do not care about these artists. They don't care if they live or die. That's why a lot of bro, I can't say too much. Let me just chill. But y'all, if y'all know, bro. Like, that's why they don't care about these artists. It's been shown. Look at Drake, for instance, bro. Drake started getting a little too out of his, and now they made up the whole beef just so he can literally go down a spot or two, so Kendrick can step in, and now the man's not even gonna be getting paid what he's really worth. They're trying to fight that. They didn't want him to be paid the way he was, because he was asking for a lot of money. If y'all don't know, Drake was asking for like $400 million. He was asking for a lot of money, and they didn't want to give that up. Man.
I agree with this so much, bro. Right? I agree with this so much. Even YouTube coming out recently and saying, we've demonetized David. Like, that's enough? No, remove his catalog. Right? Remove the visibility. Because if the algorithm is working on his behalf, right? Because right now, if people are flocking in droves to listen to these songs and take away these nuggets from these music videos,
like, we're not.
Well,
come on.
That's going to create a surge that's going to push his music videos in the algorithm. Mm-hmm. So essentially what you have now is more people having the ability to discover David, discover his music, and there might be like a 1% of sickos who actually might become David fans because of this. So I agree. Take his stuff down. Get rid of him. All right? Now, they said this.
He's right.
Music streaming platforms have terms of service. They have value statements. They have the ability to act. We're calling on them to exercise that ability now by removing David's music from all streaming platforms while these charges are adjudicated. Industry Blackout, a collective dedicated to addressing and reforming systematic inequities within the music industry, has taken a stand to ensure the artists are held accountable for their actions. By removing David's music from all streaming platforms, we send a powerful message that glorifying or trivializing abuse and violence against women and girls in any form is unacceptable, especially when you take into the account, like, this sicko.
I'm just laughing at, like, I can just see these music executives calling that company and like, hey, bro, hey, man, like, we might really need your help on this one, like hey, we might really need your help on this one, pull up, like, show that you guys are really trying to do this shit. I don't know, bro, but oh man, this is crazy.
Was leaving like nuggets. Like, he was so like hiring actresses that look similar to Celeste, who were playing his girlfriend in these music videos. So a lot of these music videos is him talking about Celeste. Like, he was releasing these music videos on her birthday. Like, he would release a love song every year on Celeste's birthday. They have to act now because they were already complicit and ignored all the signs and the evidence that David was grooming minors. Like, this kid from David's Discord, who David threatened to sue and go after, right, with his money, exposed David back in 2024. The music label was probably aware of it. They, turned a blind eye. But now when David get arrested, now they want to do performative acts by taking his stuff down. Why didn't you guys drop him when this kid came forward in 2024 with all the evidence of what David was doing to Celeste before she was dead?
So back in 2024, I exposed David for dating a minor. I even had the photo and I showed it back in 2024 of him giving thousands of dollars to little kids to keep it a secret. But still, no, it didn't blow up. No one that saw it didn't really care that much. I mean, it got 100 likes, but it wasn't like, oh shit, like we need to do something about this. Like I was the only one basically doing something at that point. And I had no idea that it was connected with Celeste. I just knew that he was dating a minor. But it was genuinely crazy. Like, that shit is genuinely crazy. The kid who sent me those photos, his name is Gonzalo, aka Ponzalo, the one from his Discord server. He was scared. I remember I was posting some videos about it. He texted me, he told me to delete them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was scared. I don't know if David threatened him or something. Oh, yeah. Because he was telling me to delete the videos. Like, he was scared that David was gonna come and hurt him or something. I remember David was collabing with all these famous people and shit like that. One of the famous people that David hung out with and was collabing with stood out to me the most for some reason because it kept on popping up on my For You page. Okay. It was Jason the Ween and David. I could tell Jason the Ween actually liked David a lot. They made a song together. Jason the Ween was on stage with him, filming him with a camera. And I just remember seeing that and I was like, bro, I wish I was famous so I could tell him. Like, it genuinely does suck, but I'm just glad that we got that motherfucker.
Jason probably knew some weird shit was going on.
I'm so glad that we got him in jail.
Jason Tween initially came out and said David was innocent when Celeste was first discovered in his trunk. Then he came back and kind of like recanted and retracted everything he said. He said, bruh, like, after the new evidence, obviously David is guilty. So he did do his due diligence to come back and say that David is guilty. But even like Jason Tween has still been receiving a lot of backlash recently. He's even threatening to sue this particular Twitter page that made a post claiming that Jason was directly involved in Celeste and David's situation.
I bet. Nah. Directly involved. Okay, bet. I bet. Nah. I'm saving this shit. Let me save this shit. I like those videos.
Dude's gonna delete that.
Actually, let me screenshot this shit.
It doesn't matter.
Screenshot both these shits before you delete them. That's one.
A snitch up, yeah!
Hope Rainbed's paying you enough, buddy.
Oh, man.
Hope Rainbed's paying you enough, buddy. I know exactly how much they're paying you too, but
Jason was the closest person to before he tried to
buddy.
We don't even know when the
they offered Ween updates bread too. No, exactly. Hey, it's not enough. It's not enough, buddy. Hey, matter of fact, bro, I'm about to hit Pokey up, bro. We're gonna double suit your bitch ass. Hit you with a double lawsuit, motherfucker. Bro, I can't stream it more, bro. Like, bro, why is this like... Why is this like lying on me, bro? Literally lying on me. Just falsely accusing me of shit that I'm not even involved in, bro.
The fake crying didn't really help the situation because, you know, it's kind of like making a mockery out of the situation. Yeah. Now, I do know he's fake crying, not because of Celeste, but he's fake crying because, you know, this is him saying he's gonna sue because he's emotionally distressed. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of making a mockery out of this situation that's really serious.
Why troll?
Now, the one person from David family who came out and, you know, who essentially sent a subliminal where he's essentially preaching for David to get the death penalty is his brother. This brother is the same family member that was caught in a video with Celeste backstage at a David concert. So he pretty much knew that Celeste and David was hanging out. If he knew they were hanging out, you know, in my opinion, he probably knew her age as well and knew what David was doing. But I guess the backlash from even being associated with his brother and Celeste and being seen in the video with Celeste has been too much. So now he's on social media grandstanding as well. And he put all pedos and rapists should die, period.
Spell that right.
Now, tweeting this in the middle of your brother being arrested, obviously this is like, you know, a diss towards your brother. But I don't know. I feel like too little, too late. Especially like, if he was just your brother and he did something horrible, then obviously, you know, we can't hold it against you, right? But if you're somebody who's in a video with the victim backstage and you're seen hanging out with David and the victim, then, you know, we not have to say, why didn't you report this?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell authorities that your
Makes
brother
so
was
now.
dealing with somebody as young as Celeste? And I don't want to hear the, oh, we thought she was 19. Bro, we've seen pictures of Celeste during that time. We've seen pictures, bro.
So
You're not mistaking Celeste for a 19-year-old. I'm not going for that. I'm not buying it. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do the brother deserve an applaud for writing this, or do y'all feel like too little, too late? You were present. You had ample opportunity to report your brother and let authorities know what he was doing with Celeste, because you was around. We have pictures of you being around, and you never did it. So how can we now say thank you for posting on Instagram?
It doesn't matter.
You didn't even have the courage enough to say your brother's name. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, all right?
Bro, nah, for real, bro. So much thing is coming out, bro, and it's crazy because, you know, like he just said, they're all trying to distance themselves. They're all trying to like be like, oh yeah, I didn't know he was on that type of timing. But when it's somebody that sick in the head, when it's someone that sick in the head, you can tell. Most of the time, you can tell that this dude's a little strange. Like, why is he, you know, talking to this young girl like she 20, 21? Like, she look like she's 16. But it's sad though, because a lot of people know people like this growing up, but they just don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. They know of PDFs. They know of these guys, but they don't want to say nothing because they might be their friend. They might be their sibling, their family member, and they're not gonna say nothing. So all this to say is, if y'all suspect something is going on where it's just not right, please report it to the authorities. Please report it to the authorities. Do not keep it a secret, because you never know what that person might be going. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Let it be known. It's not right. It's not right. Because now that person, whoever is getting, you know, groomed or whatever is going on, when they get older, when they reach a certain stage of self-consciousness, they're gonna be like, what did I do? What happened to me? Like, they're not gonna understand. They're gonna be depressed. They're gonna be fucked up, suicidal. You know what I mean? So, oh man, just don't hide it. Just let it be known. But hey, if y'all enjoyed the video, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 50 subscribers. It would mean a lot to me if y'all can help me get there. But that was all for the video. I love y'all, and peace out.